Candrea, Taylor McQuillin, and Reyna Carranco. Coach, if you don't mind starting us off with an opening statement.
Well, very, very proud of this team. First of all, I just want to congratulate South Carolina for getting here and kind of know how they feel, you know. But I'm very proud of these kids right here and proud of the way we came out today. And I think the message the whole weekend has been, you know, solid pitching, didn't give up a run, timely hitting, and the hitting, we look like a different team right now. We went from a bunch of bashers to the short game again, and that's kind of what happens in postseason. So I would say if I look at the things that stick out to me, Reyna Carranco obviously had a great weekend. Taylor threw a great game today. And then, you know, Mandie's kind of our table setter and did it again today with the home run. I thought that was huge. But really, the bottom of our order has given these guys a chance to drive in some runs. And I can't say enough about Eva Watson and her stepping in and being very effective for us. Ashley Hughes moving the ball. And, you know, Kati was Kati. They were throwing around her. And Mo, I thought, swung the bat better today. And we need to get Harper going. And once we do that, then Statman, I thought, had a good weekend. Had some good at-bats. Deja had some good at-bats. So I think overall, you know, we had the timely hitting, had the good defense, and had the great pitching. And at this time of the year, you have to have the pitching. So feel pretty good going into next week. You know, we will match up, I think, very well with Baylor. They're a team that likes speed, so they will match us in that regard. Very aggressive base runners, and they threw a couple of no-hitters. So, you know, we'll see.
Open up for questions.
Taylor, you're able to get out of a couple jams the first few innings. I mean, how'd you feel like, it seemed like as the game went on, you got a little more comfortable. How do you feel like it went for you?
Yeah, I think postseason is the time where everybody's going to play to their full potential, and so I think that they came out early, kind of got on top, and I think that what I needed to do was go out and shut them down so I can get my team back in and get some runs. And as the innings kept going on, my team just kept producing, and I think that any pitcher that has 9 runs put up on the board for them is going to want to go out and shut it down for their team because their team's working for them. So as the game kept going on, I did think I kind of started to relax a little bit and say my team's got my back, and they're very reassuring, all 23 of them. So it's nice to have a group of girls behind your back supporting you no matter what. So I think that was the key to today.
How do you think you're pitching now as compared to at various points during the season?
I think coming into postseason, I told myself that I had to kind of recreate who I was as a pitcher and become my new self. There's video everywhere. There's ESPN comes out and does everything, and nobody's gonna not know who you are anymore. So I think that coming out, I had to tell myself, like, this is what I need to do to get the job done. I need to locate pitches on both sides of the plate. Don't be afraid to throw inside to right-handed batters and just kind of attack instead of kind of stray away. So I think that one of the keys in today's game was just coming out, staying on top, getting strikes and good counts, working out of jams, and that's what we did.
Like, I don't, you could have asked for a better game overall today. You had your top, your bottom, your pitching. When was the last time you had a group like this that had pretty much everything that you need?
Geez. You're asking me to go back in time, and I'm not really good at it, but it's been a while. Yeah.
Yeah. And how comforting is it?
Well, this is a very good team. I mean, they have, like I said, I think we have all the pieces, and all we got to do is go out and perform. And this weekend they performed, and the thing that I was just ecstatic about was the way we created runs. You know, I don't think that anyone was expecting that from Arizona. I think they were looking for us to hit the home runs and live and die by the home runs. But this weekend we showed ourselves that we can score many different ways, and we did a very nice job of scoring with 2 outs. You know, so I think this team has a lot of the intangibles. It's a very close team. It's a team that's worked very hard at preparing themselves. Like I've said all year, you know, great senior leadership. You know, I think, you know, Mandie and Mo and Kati have been really huge for us, Thule. But they've kind of set the standard. And it began a long time ago, and they've been able to keep that, and they've been able to do it even when things weren't good for them. They were still giving us and providing the leadership that we need. And I think the senior class has been a huge part of this whole turnaround. And, you know, so I'm not surprised the way we're playing right now.
Reyna, how much more comfortable have you become over the last couple months compared to where you started out the season?
I think I've gotten a lot more comfortable now because I know my job and I know what I have to do in order for us to be successful. And I just think the bottom of the lineup is doing what we need to do now. So,
What has your first experience with the postseason been like these last couple of days?
It's fun. I think I'm just trying to bring the same mentality as the prior games. So.
What's the difference having Eva at the bottom of the lineup now behind you and Ashley just bringing up another person before turning the lineup over?
Yeah, I think it's probably tough for the defense, 3 lefty slappers in a row. So I like it a lot because she can bunt, slap, hit for or slap for power. So.
Mandie, what was your reaction this week when you knew you wouldn't have Alyssa?
Oh, I was heartbroken. I think we all were. It's not a secret that she's a powerhouse. And she's also a really big threat against other teams. And to be honest, I've gotten comfortable playing with her because I'm next to her every single game. But the truth is I'm next to every center fielder every single day because I practice next to every single one. So, yeah, it was really devastating. It hurt, and I've been there. I know what it feels like, especially when you're having a great season. I was really hurt, but I knew that no matter what, she would still be a voice for us. She would still be a positive body in the dugout. So we just had to keep moving forward.
What were your thoughts on the home run?
I had no thoughts. That's what was the great part about it. No, like Coach says, I think it was a senior moment. That was something, as soon as I rounded second, I looked at him. He just said, way to step up. So I just felt, honestly, I felt like finally, because I've been relying on a lot of my slapping, and, you know, I'm not somebody that is looked to have a home run like that. So I was just really happy.
And the bottom of the lineup was obviously very good today, and you talked about that a couple days ago. You went to Malapoa, I think, late in the 6th or 5th. You got on her. I think you gave her some kind of, and she came through. What did you tell her?
I was just telling her to make sure that she was getting to the hitting position in time, and not getting into. She was getting into heel plant and getting forward too quick, and then she had nothing left but her hands at the at bat before that. And we've been kind of talking about it the last couple of days. Trying to get her to stand a little bit taller so that she's not getting out of her legs, but just some encouragement. Get to a good hitting position and trust your hands. You know, it's not rocket science, but it can be tough at times. And you know, you talk about the bottom of the order. It's like 3, 6, 7, 8 hits. It's pretty good. You can win a lot of games that way.
Can you? Was there a moment of the season that you can identify where Reyna kind of turned things around at the plate?
Well, I think, yeah. I mean, for me, it was when she first came here, we kind of got rid of the short game because she did that all summer. And I really had seen her. When I recruited her, the thing I loved about her was she was a lot like Mandie. Man, she could turn on the inside pitch and hit it a long ways. So she had power. And so I wanted her to swing more. And then they were starting to throw her away because she hits the middle in, you know, with some authority. So we were struggling with the away, and so we said, well, let's go to the short game. When people are working your way, go with the short game. And she's so good at bouncing the ball. I mean, it's amazing how good her hands and eyes are. And I think the thing that's I've seen is she's got a calmness to her. I don't know if you be around her a little bit. You want to check her pulse, make sure she's still breathing. She's kind of one of those, you know, so she doesn't get excited, which makes her a great second baseman because the game she keeps pretty slow. But I mean, her at bats, toward the end of the year, I mean, she's our leading hitter. If you look at the last 15 to 20 games, Reyna Carranco is up on top, and it's just she's got good hands, good eyes, and is hitting good pitches, and she's got a lot of things she can do. You know.
And lastly, just the dive that she made at second.
Yeah.
Just your thoughts on that.
Well, I was pretty excited about it. That was a big play. You know. It's a big play, but I see her every day hitting ground balls to her, and she's the thing about Reyna, you know, defensively, that I was so impressed with is she always picks the right hop. You know, other than that high hopper that she kind of couldn't get the ball out of her glove and get rid of it. But if you hit her 1,000 ground balls, she will probably pick the right hop 985 times. Very seldom do I see her get a bad hop, and so she's got some things that you don't teach. Great instincts, and I was a little concerned on her visit because she was late for breakfast, and that concerned me. But you know what? That's just the way she is right now. She just, she flies under the radar, and she has all year, and really is playing big.
So, Reyna, how are pitchers approaching you now? Trying to.
I don't know. I can't really speak for them, but I think, yeah, I don't know.
Was there a moment earlier in the year, in the first month or so, where you were getting discouraged or disheartened?
This month or?
Well, early in the year, like the first month of the year.
Oh yeah, I was really mad because I just wasn't doing what I knew how to do, so I would just keep trying, and then that's when I went to the slap, and then things started to become more fluent.
Hey, Mike, how important was it for you this week to establish 2 starting pitchers?
Huge. You know, I mean, that's for us to get where we want to go. We need it, and I don't think there's a lot of people that have the luxury of having 2 quality pitchers. And I thought it was big today for Taylor to take care of business, you know, in a big game. And I've seen her do it. I mean, she's won at all levels. But I love hearing what she says about the things that she's very has a very high softball IQ. Both her and Thule. They watch video. They have